What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. If you saw what happened with this OKC and T Wolves game, you see an Anthony Edwards go 0 points in the fourth quarter, completely disappeared, get shut down by Alex Caruso, a role player. And to his credit, Alex Caruso may be a role player, but he did tremendous defense on the Joker. He did tremendous defense on Anthony Edwards. And OKC is the number one ranked defense in the league. So if they go on to win the championship, this be another team that plays defense that wins championships. If you look at the history of basketball, all teams that won championships were teams that were good defensively. You don't win the championship without playing defense. That's just the way it is. That's why the saying defense wins championships comes into play. From the Bill Russell Celtics to the Bad Boy Pistons, etc., etc. But here's the thing. Anthony Edwards, he was laughing on the sideline after going donuts in the fourth quarter. You got hurt, you came back into the game, you're still reliable for what's going on. You're a young player, you running and jumping all over the place, but you're being non-effective on the court. This was a choke job. This was a disappearance from Anthony Edwards. You got to play better than this, right? And I would go as far to say this. If the T-Wolves can't get a single game in OKC, it's over for them. They need to win game 2. Now, you may say, oh, it's a long series. No. They need to win game 2. Because if OKC could blow them out again like this will prove that they're just not a matchup. They're not a problem for OKC. All right. They don't get enough weapons to go at OKC. Now, T-Wolves is not a bad defensive team either, right? But this is a matchup nightmare for the T-Wolves, right? They literally have no answer for a lot of players on this team. And this is a type of team that could give you a little hope. You get a lead a little bit. And once they start pounding on you, that stifling defense that leads to offense, it's over. A 5-point lead becomes a 10-point lead. A 10-point lead becomes a 15-point lead. Then it becomes a 20-point lead. But Anthony Edwards is advertised as the next face of the NBA. He's on every single commercial. If you keep playing like this, you're going to be disqualified. Now, I'm not going to compare you to Michael Jordan, even though a lot of people do. I'm just going to simply say like this. You got to show up. You got to play. Your team is going to need you more than ever now because they're going to need an offensive threat. And if Anthony Edwards can't be an offensive threat, it's going to be a short series for the T-Wolves. He may get swept. Now, you may say, hold up. They go back to Minnesota. They tied two games apiece. We're back. They don't mean nothing. Even if it's tied 2-2, OKC wouldn't be in any danger of losing this series. Because if they could stag those first 2 games, they're always going to have pressure on Minnesota. Right? And if Minnesota plays like this throughout the rest of the series, they're going to go home in like at least 5 games. It's as simple as that. You know, I said one thing on my other video I want to clarify. I said Anthony Edwards is a better slasher to the basket, right? And he's a better 3-point shooter. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does have some things that's better than Anthony Edwards. And one of the things he has, the ability to get to the basket and create fouls is crazy. Sometimes I got a little other stuff to talk about that. He is a free throw merchant, but that's another time, another day to talk about. But here's the thing. He's a better mid-range shooter than Anthony Edwards. All right. So you kind of got to pick your poison when you're guarding SGA. Do you let him get to the basket and try to draw a foul on you? Or do you let him shoot that mid-range jump shot? The only thing that he's limited on that you could take away from him is try to force him to shoot threes. If you force him to shoot threes, then you may have a better chance of him not performing well. But if he's shooting mid-range jump shots and he's attacking the basket, it's going to be a long night for you. And Anthony Edwards, you blow it. Choke job. Bad performance in game one. Completely disappeared. 0 points in the fourth quarter is unacceptable. Sports out. Peace.